It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Restate the state of power. Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. On the return, it's Chambers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Cuts it upfield. It's Marshall. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route. By the time he got his head around, the ball was already there. He just wasn't able to snap it.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing, Underwood. Out wide right, it's Buchanan. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those 3rd downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that 3rd down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back. You got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide left, it's Marshall. On the move at the 30. It's a running room. Touchdown, Wolverines! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. He'll try the left side. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his big tight end. He breaks a tackle. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Got him on the RPO. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Again, it's Underwood. Left side, it's Chambers.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Underwood. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. Might have got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score in this next possession.
There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are 2 teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the 2 teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Say it. And intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Breaks into the open. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's new. If you want to give the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It stunk. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he's in. Touchdown, Michigan. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Right side, it's Smith. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. On the run, it's Jackson. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Zayn, he hurls one deep down the left side. Open downfield, it's Smith. Touchdown, Ohio State. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Throwing, Underwood. Turns up, it's Marshall. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. They're all over it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Dangerous screen into traffic. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Wide receiver going in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Marsh. Across the 25. He's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He's brought down at the 20. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride him again. Runs through the tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
Calls his own number. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's Underwood to throw. Intercepted deep in his own end. Racing to the right. Past the 50. The 40. He's at the 20. All the way back. Touchdown Buckeyes. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Defense in press coverage. Rush right in his face. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Underwood. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Extending the play. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. The defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
Here's Sayin to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeps it himself. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Throwing, Underwood. Out wide right, it's Marshall. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver. Moves the pocket. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds his target. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Takes the easy completion. Breaks free and he might be gone. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down. Here's Underwood to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. There he goes to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeye. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
He's got great speed. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Send the tight end in motion. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. He'll get rid of it. Complete in the middle. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Motion from the wide receiver. Underwood. Finds his man. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. And guys, that one's just on the quarterback. You have to know where the play clock is and get the snap off in time. Into the end zone, and it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on Purdue in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Sayin on the play action. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Oh, that did not go as planned except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Underwood. He's got it. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Just going to keep it after the snap. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide left, it's Marshall. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And the 3-ball gives us a tie.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They go to the counter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Quick catch. Oh, he's got some space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more. But no question, they've got to tackle better on the back end.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Making the adjustment. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rodgers. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long.
Ready, go! Go, go!
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Rush is on. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
They'll send out the kicker here. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Absolute shank. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Sees a crease. Past the 6. Finding some room. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's a first down for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for the edge. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's past the sticks. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Underwood to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it will be a 58-yarder. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Right side, it's Marshall. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And they go back on top.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Might as well give it to him again. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot, see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Turning it on! Inside, touchdown, Ohio State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This team right now is showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Play fake, Underwood. Still looking to his right. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Underwood got his man out of the backfield. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Breaks into the open. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Can hold on in the face of the contact.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
2nd and long here. Quick give. It's Marshall. Still on his feet at the 40. He's piled up 76 yards rushing as he inches closer to that 1,400-yard milestone.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Back to the ground game on the left. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
He's tackled at the 31. Good enough for a 1st down.
The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Running inside. It's Marshall. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Rolling, Underwood. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop. After that last incompletion setting up 4th down, do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Nice Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tough run here. It's Marshall doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Oh, look out. The ball's free. And the defense got it. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here.
These crucial situations you practice so much. Inside of 2 minutes, they score, they win. Defensively, how do you bow your neck? You force a turnover, force the fumble, get the ball back to your offense. They'll get me a few first downs. This one's over.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.